Man, put him into me. Everybody trying to take the identity. Everybody around me turn to a friend of me. Sit back while I take on the remedy. I cannot let it get into me. It's playing a toll on me mentally.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Saints going up against the Panthers.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Now the rookie out of Tennessee, this is Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That man has still got it. Thomas Davis can do it all. Drop into coverage, rush the quarterback, and, of course, make plenty of tackles.
Closing in on 1,000 career tackles and consistent. Last year, 106 tackles, the year before 105.
College safety turned linebacker in the NFL. What a career.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Winner. This is Mark Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the 9th-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead, on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Brissett now on second down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
12 yards there as they move the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Breeze now on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down. A play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Brissett. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for 12 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. They find Yeldon. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession. Eight yards still remaining here on third down. Brissett sets to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go play action with Brissett. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Panthers. 46 yards. Now Stewart on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To the ground, this time with Ingram. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
You never know where motivation's going to come from. I remember in 2016, Mark Ingram fumbled in 2 consecutive games. He got benched in the 2nd game, but bounced back to go over 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, first time in his 6 NFL years that he's done that, finished with 1,043. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. This is Ingram on first and 10. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Breeze to throw on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first and 10, Brissett. Steps away to his left. And caught left side, Olsen. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A second down throw for Brissett. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Fresh set of downs here. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Benson Mayowa able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw is Breeze. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Come on, let's go.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on 1st. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Ohio.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So it'll be first down here after the run. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down, Brissett. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. On play action, Brissett. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On first down, Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Breeze hands to Ingram. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Ben Gideon in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. It's brought in right side by Ginn. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down. Saints were the best team in the NFL on third down last year. 49% conversion rate. Helps when you have Drew Brees back there.
It certainly does, because he is just so analytical in everything he does. Goes through every progression on every snap in practice, so not much surprises him on game day.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield, probably fourth.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Brissett to throw on first. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Here we go. What? Flex round. Ohio. Let's go.
Brissett now on second down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for his third quarter in Indy. And the Browns, they've extended their lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Ohio. Let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Check. Ohio.
On third down, Brissett. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
And we're back now in Charlotte. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down carry now for Yeldon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Brissett. Seems pretty obvious. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now it's Ginn. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners, they gave up a lot of big plays.
In motion left is Thomas. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He finds Coleman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Breeze now on 1st down. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. There's Breeze. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one put it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A first down throw for Brissett. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Let's go!
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Come on, let's go.
They go play action with Brissett. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll look to throw. And the tight end Olsen, right side. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. So the D-line's going to spread out. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Let's go.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Because the quarterback had nowhere
to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
First down, Brissett. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Brissett on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Breeze is looking to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down.